Hey everybody, how you doing? It's AD. Today I wanted to talk about something different on this little walk. Today I wanted to talk about Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Now the one I got is the one on the Switch. I got the Switch version. I was a little worried about getting the Switch version because I was like, man, I wonder how it's gonna run or if it's gonna really have issues. But so far so good, and the Switch version does come with the DLC, with two DLCs with it. So that's what's up. But I wanted to talk about this game because I think this is a game that not too many people have talked about. Trust me, when I get some time, I'm gonna talk about more things, but I got to just pick and choose. But I like, for example, Dragon Ball Z Fighters. A lot of people played that game. A lot of people know that game because that was like the biggest Dragon Ball Z game in a while, and it was a fighting game, and it was actually a good ass fighting game, like Marvel vs. Capcom 2, kind of like, you know, like, so that was hype. Like, I felt like people played that for so long. And shoot, a lot of people still play that to this day. I was playing it some weeks ago, last month. And then, so I think they might overlook Kakarot because they're like, cause we know Kakarot is more story based, more of an adventure, more of an RPG. And then, yeah, there's fighting in it, but you might think like, oh man, it's not that good because it ain't no real fighting game. But I'm telling y'all right now, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is a game definitely worth playing and picking up, especially if you a Dragon Ball Z fan. If you're into the show and you know the show and you know the episodes, you know the characters, you're gonna love this because it's literally going through the best parts, some of the best parts of the story. I mean, the Dragon Ball Z story in itself is pretty long, right? You got the original Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super, and shoot, even Super finna come out with a new season soon. So that's a lot, right? Well, ain't it cool to play through all of that stuff in a game? I mean, and actually like play it and live it in the world. Man, that's kind of what it is. But the original game is just the Dragon Ball Z series, which is still cool. That's like everybody's favorite. But I just think a lot of people might get turned off from it because they'll see how it is and they'll be like, nah. But it's great, man. Playing is most of the people that you like on the show, and they all got their own stats. They all got their own pretty much moves and shit. The RPG factor of the game is kind of fun. It can get a little tedious. I say the only thing about this game is the tediousness of it, but that's a good thing sometimes because it's always something to do, something to go find, something to go collect. Some quest you got to go beat. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the worlds are kind of big, and I think that's one of the best parts about the game too is the exploration. Like, man, it's a lot of different worlds you can go to, and there's some are like really huge and really interactive. I mean, even the way you move in that game and you fly around is literally just like the TV show. Literally. Now, when you first start playing, it kind of will feel a little shaky because them controls is something to get used to. And I played it on Switch too, so it was, sometimes I get a little shit mixed up because I'd be so used to playing like PlayStation or Xbox. But once you get the hang of them controls, I'm telling you, the game becomes that much funner. I'm telling you. Once you learn how to fly and run and jump and move and maneuver, yeah, boy, you'll be feeling like you are in the show. Once you learn how to get your fighting down in the game, because the fighting, it kind of reminds me of like the old Budokai kind of or Tenkaichi ones. The old school ones where you used to fly around and fight. Like, it's just like those games, but it's a much better version of it. Cause that's what worried me too. I remember back in the day when you had games like that where you had to fly and you had to fight. It was kind of challenging, but in this game, man, it's things that you could do that it might take you weeks to even find out to do. Like, man, I'm telling you, The way you just do the combos, you can instantly teleport anywhere you want to instantly. You could do the dragon dashes, man. This shit is off the chain. You can combo super moves. You can go fury state combo super moves back to back to back. Like if you wanted to do like 3 Kamehamehas in a row, you could do it, and you would teleport right behind them. You could even mix it up. It's crazy, man. And then you got a whole party, you got a team. Like I said, huge RPG aspect of the game. This game is pretty fun. I mean, most reviews I've seen online gave this game about an 8 to an 8.5, and I think that's where it sits. I think it says it might be slightly higher though for a real Dragon Ball Z fan such as myself. I mean, I pretty much watch every single episode. Right? The only thing I haven't finished watching yet is the small amount of GT that I have not finished it. But that shit, I'll be done with that. And I only got like 20 episodes left of that. But I'm gonna talk about some other stuff though. But yeah, check that game out, man. I'm gonna try to come out with some more quick ones, just talking about certain games, certain topics. But yeah, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is great. Going through the stories, then they also add little stuff for the game too, because they know you playing the game. So they do add little other little things. They give kind of slight explanations to stuff. But it's fun as hell, man. Them damn battles get epic. And like, especially when you know the story, you just know, like, man, this fight gonna probably be something. Or, man, I gotta do this. I gotta fight this person. Man, oh, man. Telling you, battles be intense. You could do Z combos where you team up with your team and y'all all just beat them down in one combo. Man, that's so fun. Peace out, yeah.